Okay, let's begin. Okay, good afternoon to everyone. As usual, I'm wishing everyone a good health and always safe. Okay, let's start. Planning and Control Management, Part 4, Program Progress Monitoring, Updating and Controlling. First of all, I would like to thank you all for all the subscriptions, likes, and shares. Our previous episode was Part 4, Session 27. And that was about the program update 002 as of July 2022, as of month of July 2022, and is specific to the determination of contractors' performance efficiency. It could be delaying or accelerating the project. The next episode now is our part 4, session 28, and also for the program update 002 for the month of July 2022. And it is specific for estimate project remaining cost. The other one is the status report summary and the reports archive. So this is the last step of our program update 002. Okay, our objective here is demonstrate how to execute the project remaining cost estimate and preparing status report summary and reports archive. Okay, moving forward, let's open our Primavera P6. Okay, here we go. This is our program update, the latest one. So the first step we have to do here is to estimate our remaining costs. So let's open this one. Okay, let's open our layout, which is the program progress update layout. This is the one we are always using. Okay. So we will go to the activities which are in progress, and we will be make an estimate on it. Okay, here. So here we can no. Here under the remaining units, we will be having our estimate here. We can forecast how many unit do we need to use to complete the remaining duration of the activity. Okay, so how can we calculate this one? If we will use this one, the budgeted units per time, which is 2, 2, 2, and 2, 3, and 3. Actually, this is not really a whole number. If you really check this one, only that Primavera is reflecting or displaying it as a whole number. But actually, in reality, inside of it, that is what do you call this, with a decimal number. Let's say, for example, our budgeted units is 15. Now, if you will divide it into our original duration, how much will come out? 15 divided by 10, right? So it will give you 1.5. So meaning this is really 1.5, only the Primavera P6 round it off. And it shows 2, but actually it is 1.5. Okay, but actually there is no 1.5 because when you use dump truck, you cannot choose only one and the other one you have to cut the dump truck into two pieces to make it 1.5, right? So I'm just joking. Anyway, so that is 2. So how to estimate this remaining units is that 2 multiplied by the remaining duration. So we will make it as 14. The same as in here, we will make as 14. Heavy equipment operator, 2 multiplied by 9, we will make it 14. And a laborer, 3 multiplied by 9, so this is 27, that's fine. And 3 multiplied by 9 also is 27. Okay, so done. So we will move to the other one. This one is activities or ongoing activities. So here, how much shall we put in here? Because the budgeted units per time here is 15 multiplied by 29, how much will it come out? 15 multiplied by 29 will give you 435. So we will put this as 435, but it is still up to you. If you, let's say, if 15 days, 15 units per day is not enough on your estimate, you can change it. But actually, when you look at the trend of our progress, actually, there is no, delaying. The efficiency is not really delaying, so we can keep it as is, as 15. And later on, if we could see that this is still not enough, so we can add it number of units per day. But for now, since our progress is moving good, so let's keep this as is. Okay, so we will make this as 435. And then this one is 435. Okay, next is the project management. Okay, let's show this one. We will remove that one. I will remove this window delay analysis in our program. In program progress update layout modify. So how can we remove it? So I think we can use the WBS is not equal to this one. Let's add one more. So we will make this as any. WBS is not equal to the other one. Okay, this is to remove the window schedule delay analysis WBS in our program update layout. Then apply. So we'll see how it is still there. Okay, why? Okay, let's go back again to filter. Okay, let's modify this one by we will change this by all. Okay, and then apply. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, no more. Okay. So now what next? We have our project management here. Highlight it. So how many the remaining units? Actually, the remaining duration should be equal to the remaining units, right? So we will make it 254. This one is 254. And this one is 254. The same as also here in the transportation. We will make it also as 254. Okay. Now we are done here on our estimating of the remaining cost. So as I said, what you only need to do here, if you, let's say, for example, if you still have other resources which are not included in here or in any activities here, or you can still add in here, you add the resources if that is really needed or required for the next update period. Okay, so you can add it here. Let's say, for example, if you the remaining units, you can add here the number of remaining units, or let's say, for example, here, or you can add, let's say, if you really needed, let's say, for example, you will add equipments or excavator because you miss it on the during the preparation of the original baseline schedule. So you can add the equipments or whatever equipments here which is really needed for the next period, or anything, not only for equipment but also for, let's say, for example, you need more actually laborer, you can add here. If you need a truck driver or equipment operator, so you can add it in here as long as it is really the necessity of the activity in the next in the next period. Okay. Okay. Now we will open our we will go to the earned value. We will go to our earned value and performance report to see what we can decide for what technique shall we use in calculating the estimate to complete. Okay, because we need to analyze the our estimate. We'll be using the here we are estimating the this is a cost field. Take note that what we are doing now is this is only for the cost field. We are estimating the remaining cost. And now if we decide, now we will be going now into the earned value or performance field, where we have to also to estimate or create an to estimate the or to calculate the estimate to complete. So you can remember before, as you can remember before, that our estimate to complete, there should have a technique that we have to choose in the calculating the estimate to complete in the earned value field. Okay, so one of the technique that is being used here is what we are doing now, the estimate of the remaining cost. So if we will be using this one into our earned value estimate to complete, then it's up to us. Okay. Okay, we will go to our earned value layout. So we will go to open. Okay, open. Okay, no, and then we'll go to earned value and this one. Oh, this one. What is this one? Okay, here. And they are the same. Anyway, that's good. Okay. There is our earned value layout. Okay, let's analyze the first thing we need to do here is we have to analyze the completed and the end progress activities. Okay, here when we come here, under the performance status schedule and the performance status cost and also the cost status. You may be wondering why these are three items, because this column here, the performance, this is for the performance status. So meaning we are considering our performance here against the schedule and against the cost. But here, we are, this one, when we say performance status for the schedule, meaning we are comparing our performance against the planned values. And this one, we are comparing our performance against the actual expenditure. But this column, we are comparing our performance, or we are comparing our expenditure against the plan, okay? Take note of that. You might be confused. Okay, so when we say performance, so this is, we are talking about the performance and we are comparing the performance in two fields, into parameters. The performance is compared into the planned values or planned parameter, and the other one, performance is compared against the cost parameter or expenditure. While when it comes to cost status, this one is actually, this is an accounting work or accounting discipline, I am not sure, but still we can work on it as a planner. So this cost status is, we are comparing the cost against the budget, okay? Okay, let's get back here. This one, we are comparing here the performance against the budget and performance against the expenditure. But here we are comparing here the expenditure against the budget. Okay, so when you look at here, you can use the variance or the index. This one is the schedule performance index, cost performance index, and cost variance index. Okay, so when you say performance index, so when the performance index equals to 1, that means you are on schedule. So it is here. When it is greater than 1, so that means you are ahead of schedule. And if it is less than 1, you are behind schedule. Okay, or behind the budget. Okay, and in here, we are talking about the performance status cost. So we are looking for the cost performance index. So if you are not convinced, you can use the variance here. Of course, when the variance is negative, so that is behind schedule, right? But since if you look at here, the schedule variance is 0, so that is on schedule. Now our performance here is under budget because if you look at the variance of the cost performance, it is positive. So that is under budget. And how about the cost status? So if you look at the accounting variance, that is also positive. So that means that is under if we will click this one, so we have here the choices. Let's click this one and this one and then one. Okay. So that means this since the accounting variance is positive, so that what shall we choose in here? So that means that is under run. Okay. So let's go here on performance status. That is 1. So that is in here. I will go to the next activity. So since the SPI is 1, so it should be what? It should be on schedule. Now here, the cost performance status on cost. So this is bigger. This is bigger than 1 or higher than 1. So that is under budget. That's correct. Now here, if you click it, so that is, if you look at here, the accounting variance is positive. So that is under 1. So meaning, when you say under 1, meaning you are spending less compared to the budget. Okay, this one, when you say under budget, that means you are performing well against the cost. Or I mean, what you've earned on your performance or on your effort is more compared to the spending. Okay, let's go here. This is one. So let's choose on schedule. And this one, this is greater, so that is under budget. And the accounting variance, that is under 1. Okay, and how about this one? Actually, these are already completed activities, but still we can, this one is on schedule. This one is what? Under budget. And this one is under run. So we will move to, how about this one? We are in progress on these activities. So this 0.15, so this one, if you look at this one, this is less than 0.15, right? So we have to click it in here. And then let's choose what? Since it is less than 0.15, so that means we are over or behind schedule. So for what reason why we are behind in here? Because when we calculated the efficiency of the contractor or the performance efficiency of the contractor, we are just in time. So that means we are behind in here. We are behind schedule because of the delay of the owner. Okay, it is very obvious, or it is really apparent that the behind schedule here is due to the delayed caused by the owner. Okay, now we will go to our cost performance here is we are under budget. And here and this one, if you look at our accounting variance here, we are under run. So here you can also see here behind schedule because this one, this schedule performance index is less than 1. Or less, I mean, yes, less than 1. And also, if you look at the schedule variance, it is negative. So that is the indicator that if the schedule variance is negative or the schedule performance index is less than 1, then you are behind schedule. Okay, next, let's go forward. Okay, here. This is a progress activities. So this is 0.05. So that means if 0.05 and the schedule variance is negative, so that means we are behind schedule. Okay, we are behind schedule. Okay. Next, how about this one? Actually, if you look at these two, we are slightly behind schedule because 0.05 is not so far from 1. And also 0.91 is more not very far from 1. So these two are slightly unfavorable to the performance. So this one, if you look at here, they are both negative. So we will go to performance status. Mhm. So we will look for, so that will be over budget, right? Okay. And here, the cost status is what? If you look at the accounting variance, it is still positive. Okay. Accounting variance is just the difference of the actual cost and then the planned cost, planned value cost less the actual cost. Okay, so if 166,950 less 10,000, so it will give you 156,980.00. So that means the budget for this period is really far above the expenditure. Anyway, this is only our exercise, but the variance is really very big. But anyway, as long as it is really true. Okay, let's go here. So the variance, so that will be underrun. Okay, take note of this one. The performance status cost and the cost status are different in a different field. Okay. Next, here in our here. So here we are always on schedule on the performance status because goes the what do you call that? The planned value always goes with the performance because this is a level of effort or indirect activities, which is stitching across the whole project duration. Now here about this one. If you look at the cost, now we will go to cost. So this is bigger, so that is under budget, which is correct. And here, the accounting variance is positive, so that is under one is correct. This one on schedule, under budget, because this is greater than one. And if you look at the cost variance here is positive, so that is under budget, and then under run. Okay, so we are done with the analyzing the progress activities or the completed activities. Okay, so let's go to, we will analyze this site clearing so that we can determine which technique do we need to use in this activity. Okay, if you look at this site clearing, they are behind and under budget. Okay, so we'll be looking at the performance fields only. So it is behind schedule because of the identified delay by the owner. And it is not by the performance efficiency of the contractor because the performance efficiency of the contractor, as we have analyzed in our recent episodes, it was just in time, right? So that means the schedule and cost performance statuses are actually in favor to the performance of the contractor when there is no identified delay by the owner. So meaning, in reality, in reality, the performance of the contractor is really favorable to them because this behind schedule is caused by the owner delay. Okay. Now, referring to the schedule and cost performance, okay, referring again here, since the performance status, which is behind schedule, is not the cause of the contractor, we must not include this in the ETC or the estimate to complete technique to influence the projection because it will worsen the result, which is not true to be the burden of the contractor, right? So we must have to ignore this in our technique options or selection. So meaning the SPI is not included anymore. Okay. While if the current spending of the contractor, this one, the current spending of the contractor, which is under budget, goes, if this goes smoothly in the next period, okay, what is it? Okay, if this goes smoothly in the next period, it will more likely to boost the cost performance of the contractor if there is no unexpected delay by the contractor to encounter. So meaning if there is no disruption or anything, any delays in the next period against the doing of the contractor, so this will boost the cost performance in the next period. So what will be our judgment here? In my judgment here, we can say that we can also conclude that we can fairly rely to the projections of the spending. So we can use this spending or the actual spending for the current period. This is more reliable. Okay, since we are not actually we are not totally required to use this one because this one is behind schedule, which is under the doing of the owner. So we will use the CPI to influence our projection. Okay. So what formula shall we add? What formula shall we be using here? We will be using the CPI, which is the under the technique number 2. Okay. So if you look at here, I will show to you. We will when we assign the technique, we will be going to WBS. Let's open first our WBS. Okay, here is our WBS. So the activity that we are working on is the site clearing, right? So looking down here, we will be using this one, the cost performance index. So we will be using the CPI. In this, we cannot use this one because schedule performance index is not really reliable because there is that field is behind the schedule due to the delay of the owner. So we are good to use this one, CPI, which is having a good performance on cost or spending. So we will change it into 1. Okay, if you look at this one, the variance to completion change into positive. Okay, while if we will be using this one, it will not give us a real, or I mean the realistic value, because the schedule performance index is the cause of the owner's delay. Let's try it. Okay, let's choose this one. Okay, look, it will give you a variance of negative 1 million plus, which is not really acceptable to me. So we will use the cost performance index. Okay. Okay, now we will go to the other one, which is the site perimeter wall. This is the in progress activities. Okay. So let's get back into our activity. Okay, now Here under we will go to, okay, let's site perimeter wall, this one. Okay. So in this activity, the schedule and cost performance statuses are both slightly unfavorable, meaning this one is not favorable and this one, but it is only a slight, a slight negative variances. Okay. But even the cost performance here, it is also negative, but it is only a small amount. So since while SPI, this one is absolutely not reliable due to that it is the other delay cost. So therefore, we have two choices here. We have two choices here, whether to adopt the remaining cost, which is the one we just executed on estimating the remaining cost of our project, or using this CPI. Okay. But I think I prefer to use the remaining cost because this one is also negative. Okay, let's take a look on it. So we will go to WBS. Okay, and then okay, in here we will go to site perimeter wall. Okay, so under that one, highlight, and then we will be choosing, we have two options here, the cost performance index and using the remaining cost per activity. Now here, we have already the default selection here, which is the remaining cost for the activity, and it come out that the variance at completion is positive. Okay, and also take note that this is only a projection. Okay. Now, if we will try to use the cost performance, let's try to check this one. So what happened? So there is also a slight, there is a slight negative variance. Okay, but for me, I prefer to use the estimate to complete because we did the estimate fairly, and there is no issue at all. So we will be using this one. Now, if you are doing this project, then if you want the cost performance index to be used, then it's up to you. It's up to you. But for me, I will be using the estimate to complete. Okay, so it's already done here on assigning of the, and how about this one? No, this one is not really needed. This is for the window schedule delay analysis. So everything is fine. So we will go to what will be our next move here? Okay, but before that, we shall create a or I mean oh no, not anymore. So okay, our next move here is to we will proceed to the what? We will proceed to the report summary. Okay, let's proceed to the preparation of the report summary. So here we go. Our report summary, we have to summarize the cost. The project cost, the project earned value and performance summary, our window schedule delay analysis, our project schedule summary. Okay. But before that, we have to create a layout for the summary of that 4 fields. Okay, let's move to the layout. Actually, I have already this summaries prepared because this is to save us time in preparing it here. That actually I know already that you can do it by yourself if you are learning on this exercise. So let's go to activity and then a layout open. Okay, let's click no. Okay, here I have already created here the summary for the 4 fields. Okay, let's delete this one. Okay, first we will go to the schedule summary. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this is the summary of our when we look at the okay, here is the layout. So this is only it is shown only the summary is only displayed in here to the highest level. So we will extract this and then we will present this in our we will be using this in our analysis or summary analysis. Okay, so we will just print the PDF, or anyway you can do it by yourself. So let's close it. I'm just reminding you that we'll be extracting this in our analysis. Okay, now next is we have also here the summary for our costs. Okay, here our cost. So we will open it, apply. Okay, here is also shown the summary for the project cost summary. And also we will go to the project performance summary. Let's apply it. Okay. Here we have here also the summary. Take note that this is all of these are already output of our update. So what we are doing now is to prepare a summary analysis of our report. Okay, now let's go to, we have also our summary for the project delay analysis summary, our window schedule delay analysis. Okay. So here, our summary here, we will be showing only those delay events that is present during in this current period. Okay. Okay, now we can start the analyzing since we have already all 4 fields summaries. So we will go to the analyzing of the project report summary. Okay, let's go here. Moving forward. Okay, here we go. So program update summary as of July 2022. So here, we will be showing here the summary narratives. Okay, move. Okay, here we go. So this is the one that we have just created in our Primavera P6, the project schedule summary. Okay. So here are the data for each of the parameters here. So take note that we are working on the schedule field of our project. Okay. Now moving forward. Okay, here the current project schedule is behind against contractual completion by 10 days. Why behind? Because if you look at here, that is negative, right? And even though you can see, obviously see that the current period at completion is 315, which is longer than the previous, or I mean, the previous period. Take note, we are talking about the the project schedule, but actually this should be okay. Moving forward, okay, here is our project cost summary, and there is also the values on every columns or parameters. Okay, okay, here we go. We have here the project cost is underrun at completion projection by 2,024,300 currency. Okay, and this is also here total cost variance. Okay, so this is underrun because this is actually underrun because that is a positive comparing to the actual cost against the contract cost. No, that is not the comparison. I mean the at completion compared to the contract cost. So at completion total cost is less compared to the contract cost. So meaning it is projected that it will earn 2 million at the completion of the project. But it is only a projection because for every period, there are a lot of things to happen. It may be favorable or unfavorable performance. Okay, moving forward. Here we have here our project performance summary. Okay, the same thing. Moving forward, the project performance is behind schedule. Actually, we are talking here about the budget against the performance. So it is behind schedule as actually this is the standard term being used in the earned value. But think of it that this is considering the performance or earned value against the budgeted amount. Okay, so it is negative if you look at here the schedule variance. Okay, so it is negative. That is why behind schedule, or meaning it is underperformed. Okay, moving forward, we have here the project performance is under budget. To date, at this period, we have an under budget of 1 million plus, the same as in here. So meaning it comes out that the spending, or I mean the performance, the earning of the effort, or the effort, the amount of money that the effort is being paid is more compared to the expenditure. Okay, compared to the spending, meaning the earning or the amount of the effort that is being paid, or the payment for the effort is higher or bigger compared to the spending. So that is why that is under budget. Okay, next. Project cost is underrun to date by 1 million, 1.9 million. So this one, this is the comparison of the spending against the budget. Okay, while this one, we are comparing this one, the cost variance, we are comparing this one, the spending against the performance. Okay, So this one is spending against performance. This one is spending against the budget. Okay, I hope you understand that. Next, the project cost is underrun at completion. So that means the projection that comes out here when we use the the first activity there, which is the site clearing, we use the our technique that we use in there is the using the cost performance index, and the other one on the site perimeter wall, we use the project remaining cost. So this is the outcome of the result of the at completion variance. So meaning during the completion of the project, it is projected that we will be having an earning of, or I mean, we are underrun, or in other words, we are earning 2.6 million. So, or I mean, we are in profit of 2.6 million. Okay. Here is now is the project delay analysis. Okay, so we are talking here about the our window schedule delay analysis. So the impact of the analysis on time and on cost. Okay. Okay, moving forward. So here the current delay caused by the owner impact project to milestone by current delay caused by the owner impact project milestone by 10 days. So it is the contract delay. So that is 10 days. Okay, so this is next. We have here the accumulated total non-excusable and non-compensable delay. It is 0. Okay, here the summary for the total is 0 because we have no non-compensable and non-excusable and non-compensable delay in here. Instead, we have our here the accumulated total excusable and non-compensable delays. So meaning here we have here on our second delay event, we have the 5 days excusable and non-compensable delays. I already explained why it is excusable, but it is not payable or compensable. Okay. So if you sum up this, it will give you the total project excusable non-compensable delay as 5. So once we populate it here for the next period, so this will be summed up accordingly. Next, our accumulated total excusable and compensable delay is 0. No, it's 5. Excusable and compensable, meaning excuse for the delay, and it should be paid due to the effect of the delay. Okay, so that is 5 days also. This occurs on the first delay event. Okay, so if you sum up it here, it will give you 5. So that is why I put it in here as accumulated. Next, the current total compensable cost. So meaning we are talking of the current. So if you sum up here, it will give you this amount. The first one is compensable, but the second one is not compensable. So that is why it's only 25,000. Okay, next. Okay, the accumulated compensable cost is 25,000. So meaning the total cost or to date is 25,000 if you sum up this. Okay, moving forward. Okay. So I think we are done here already, and we are enough. So we will be preparing for the next episode. And this is about the special topics, session 7. When we say special topics, that means it is not really on the course outline of our exercise. I mean, it is not really within the major or primary course outline of our exercise. So when there is some special topics or topics that is really we needed on our primary exercise outline, then we have to insert it. Okay, so that is the purpose that I put it in here as special topics. So this is about progress update 02, project resource labeling. Actually, progress update 02 should not be here. Okay, so projects resource labeling, because I was thinking that we need to tackle this one also for the understanding of everybody or everyone, that project resource labeling is also important. It depends on the necessity or situation or the availability of the resources or some other things. You will understand that later when we are now discussing on project resource labeling. We will demonstrate it by illustration. Okay, project resource labeling explained. Okay, see you on this episode and thank you. And here is our upcoming episodes. Kindly subscribe, like, and share. The first one is the update, progress, and actuals using the Microsoft Excel format by Primavera P6 import, export, and import feature. So actually our project is not really, you have only a very few number of activities, but we will try if we can do it. Actually, this is only very useful when we have thousands of activities to update, because in some other big project or large amount of project, in every period, there is a bulk number of activities that is being updated. And if you do it manually in Primavera P6, still it is doable, but when compared to this method, it is more, it is very, very effective compared to the manual updating in Primavera P6. Okay, but I will try to, we will try to elaborate it further just for the understanding of everybody. Next is the program update 003, progress and actuals update. So we will be starting our program here, or our program update for the month of August. And the next is program update 003 also, incorporating the contractor's delays into the current program. So in here, we will be assuming a scenario that the contractor has an identifiable delay. Okay. And also in the next, maybe, we will be showing also a scenario that the contractor has a performance efficiency delay. Okay. So everything here, which I can think of, I will prepare it for you. Okay, let's move forward. End of our session, and God bless to all.